Hello everyone, it's Bianca. Today I'm going to be showing you how to cable knit. So what you're going to need is a pair of needles. Mine are 4mm, which match the yarn. You can find that out by reading the yarn label. And you're also going to need a cable needle. This is what it looks like. Now, I do want to stress that you don't need to get an exact cable needle. I often use like a darning needle as well just to hold them, or you can have another needle of these. Maybe something a bit shorter will be easier, just as a needle holder, as a stitch holder for certain stitches. So to start, the first thing with cabling, you have to cast on the right amount of stitches. So I'm going to use a piece I'm currently working on as an example. So for this piece here, these cables are made up of 6 stitches wide. So I'm going to follow that for reference because I do really like a 6 stitch width for cables. Similarly, as you can see on the sides here, as you can see here, there's what we call a purl stitch, so a different sort of stitch. And so we need to cast on a multiple of 6 plus 2 on either side. So I'll explain this later. So for this tutorial, we're going to be doing like a bit of 3. So 3 times 6 is 18, and then we're going to add 6, which is 24. So I'm going to be casting on about 24 stitches. So let's get started. So I'm going to grab my needle and I'm going to grab my yarn. Now I'm going to show you how to cast on. So to cast on, you grab your yarn and you make what is called a slip knot. Now a slip knot you make by folding the yarn over like this, and then you place your index and thumb of both hands in between the gap on both, twist the bottom hand, pinch and grab and pull through. Again, grab the yarn, wrap it round, form a loop, index and thumb, twist bottom, pinch, glide up. Great. Now I'm going to put the needle the stitch onto the needle. Now to cast on, as I said, we're going to be casting on 18 plus 6, which is 24. To cast on, I grab the needle with the right hand and then I grab the yarn with my left hand. Now, the formation you're holding the needle in your right hand is you have all your 4 fingers at the bottom and then your index and thumb are just pinching the stitch basically. So now we're going to hold just the yarn with our other hand and we form it like this. The same sort of formation, just with the yarn. Grab this here and we're going to wrap our index finger around this yarn, and with the needle in the right hand, we're going to scoop it up like that. Again, wrap around and scoop. So from here, this 4, we grab it, wrap round, scoop. And we're going to do this till we get to 24. So on the 4, but then we bring it up, wrap the yarn round the left index finger. So now I have 24 stitches casted on. I'm going to flip my work. Now I'm going to be holding the left needle in my left hand like this. And make sure the stitches are near the top. And then we pinch the top stitches with our, again, index and thumb. Now we're going to grab the right needle in our right hand and same formation, like this. Even though there are no stitches, again, 4 fingers wrapped around, index and thumb, pinching it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start by knitting the right side. Now the right side, as I said, the area that kind of shows the area that shows the cable is a knit stitch, and the area that doesn't is a purl. So the sets of pair stitches, the 2s, are purls and the rest are knits. So I'm going to start by showing you. So we're going to purl 2. Now when you knit, you have 2 ends. This is the tail end, not connected to the ball of yarn, and this is the end connected to the ball of yarn. You only want to work with this one, the one connected to the ball of yarn. So just disregard the tail end for now. So we're going to start by purling 2. So to purl, you grab the right needle, you insert it through the front of a stitch, like so. Then you grab the yarn, got a bit mixed up. So you grab the working yarn, so the one connected to the ball, you wrap it anti-clockwise around the right needle. And now once you hold that firmly in place, you're going to, with your right thumb push that the stitch and that thread out and over out of a loop. Again, we insert, grab the thread, wrap it around anti-clockwise, and then we're going to push, and then when the needle, you can see, gets here, we bring the right needle through the hole. Okay, great. So that's 2 purl stitches. Now, and we will get back to, I will explain again how to do a purl stitch. Now what we're going to do is we're going to knit 6 knit stitches. So we're going to knit a knit stitch, you insert the needle from the front, this is the front, to the back. So before for purl, just front to front, now it's kind of front to back. So knit is done all at the back. And then you wrap the yarn, this time, again around the right needle, but around the back. Now the right needle becomes the back needle. So wrap it again anti-clockwise around, hold it tight in place, and then with your index this time, push out, and as you can see it starts to get through this hole, bring it out of the hole. Great. Again, insert front to back, wrap it around, hold it tight, push out, and here. Now I want to re-specify that a lot of people make the mistake of they wrap the yarn around and then they just bring the whole thing, the whole stitch through like that. That is not right. As you can see, once you wrap it round, you remove it and bring it through that hole. Great. So front to back, wrap the yarn around the back needle, push it out, and bring forward. So currently we've done 1, 2, 3, 4 knit stitches, so we need 2 more. Front to back, and again we're holding the needle with our right hand. We're still using the pinching motion, but we're pinching the stitches at the top and the back, kind of the back needle to support, or kind of like the intersection. And then we wrap the yarn anti-clockwise around the back needle, push it out, and bring it through that hole. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knit stitches, and again 1 more. So we've done 6 knit stitches. Now we're going to do 2 purl stitches again. We're going to continue. So remember, from the front to the front for purl stitch, and yarn forward, wrap around anti-clockwise, and bring it out. Again, here, yarn anti-clockwise, push out with thumb, and bring out of that. And now we continue this. 6 stitches knit and 2 stitches purl. Okay, so I finished the first row and I thought I'd show you how to identify the stitches. So as I was saying, I've been doing 6 knit stitches and 2 purl stitches. So here are the knit stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you can see, these kind of form these V's, and these are the purl stitches. You can see a clear difference. Here we have a V shape, and here we have like a line on top, like a bit of a U. So knit, stitch, purl, knit, purl. So what we're going to do now, once we finish that first row, we're going to flip our work. Now this is going to be the wrong side. So on the wrong side, you do the inverse of the front side. So everything you knit on the first row, now you're going to purl, and everything you purled, you'll knit. So as we can see here, we just finished by doing 6 knit stitches. So we're going to start by purling 6 stitches. So, and you can see that because these are all the U shapes, which means purl. So I'm just going to purl, so needle in through the front, wrap yarn round anti-clockwise and get it out. Through the front, yarn around, out through the hole. Anti-clockwise, push your thumb, out through the hole. Okay, cool. So we're going to continue. 4, 5, 6. Now what I'm going to do is I've got 2 V stitches, knit stitches, so I'm going to put the yarn behind and go from the front to the back and purl. So anti-clockwise, push out, bring through the hole to the front to back, yarn anti-clockwise, front, there. And I'm going to continue this for the rest. So when you get to the wrong side, this side, you do the inverse, you do 6 purls, 2 knits. When you get to the right side, you do 6 knits, 2 purls. Now, I'm going to continue this until I've got about 5 centimeters of this pattern going. So now I've knit quite a bit. I've knit like about 5 centimeters. I want to do my first changeover, so my first cable. So to do this, we have to be working on the right side, so the side with the sort of faster stocking stitch. So like this. This here is the wrong side. Okay, so I'm going to start by... I'm on the side, so I need to purl 2 to start, because this is just the stitch layout that I have, so purl 2. Okay, so now when we get to the actual cable, cabling works by knitting the last 3 stitches before the first 3. So you knit these 3, then you knit these 3. So in order to knit the last 3 stitches without knitting the first ones, use a stitch marker or a stitch holder, this cable needle. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick up these 3 stitches in the exact same way you would do like a purl stitch, for instance. So 1, 2, and 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to shift this, we're going to put the stitches here in the middle. I'm going to just take this whole needle and shift it back like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to knit and pretend it does not exist. So yarn behind, we're going to knit these 3 stitches on the needle. You're never knitting off the cable needle. Cable needle is just to hold them in place, right? You're always knitting off the left needle here. So needle in, yarn behind, anti-clockwise, out, 1, anti-clockwise, push out, great, again. So as you can see, we've knit these 3 stitches, okay, and now we have to knit these 3 stitches. So we're going to grab our cable needle here, and we are going to put the stitches back onto the left needle. So just transfer the same, so we just go back, pick up 1, pick up 2, pick up 3. Amazing. Then we're going to knit them. So now here it is a bit tougher because of like the crossover, there is a bit of like tighter tension and it's quite near. But if the stitches are near the top of the needles, it becomes a lot easier. So make sure that you're always working with stitches pretty near to the top. Now I'm just going to knit these 3 as if just normally because they're normal stitches. So around, push out, the same. Okay, there. Now as you can see, the stitch formation here, like the stitches are very close and it looks a bit strange now, but as you can see, we've already got that swap over. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to purl 2, and now we get to the next cable and we do the exact same thing. So pick up the first 3, and if you were to do a cable, for instance, of 8 stitches, 10 stitches, you will just do half of them. So first 3, push them back, and then you take, and then you just knit the last 3, same way, again ignoring the cable needle. 1, 2, 3, and don't worry about what the cable needle is doing, it likes to move around. And then cable needle, grab it. You're never knitting off the cable needle, always off this one. Bring the stitches back, 1, 2, 3. Put it aside, and then you can knit to the last 3. 1, 2, 3. So you got 2, and now I'm gonna knit the last one. And once after I knit the last one, the next row is just the same. So once I finish this row, it's looking great. I'm gonna turn my work around, and I'm gonna knit the wrong side. Now the wrong side is always knitted the same. So what we've been doing, so we just purl 6 normally. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and then we're just going to knit 2, 1, 2, and then we just continue purling 6. So we just knit the exact same, even though here, like, I do know it looks funny and it might feel a bit funny, but just knit the stitches in the exact same way. Wrong side, we're always doing the exact same, nothing changes on the wrong side. So I've got to the end of that row, I'm going to flip it over, and now we're back on the right side. But again, we're just going to knit the row the exact same. Now, the only time we swap again is when we've reached the other 5 centimeters. or how many ever rows you want to do. It depends on your preference. But we're just going to knit the exact same. So we purl 2 to start. And then we're going to knit 6. So now I've reached about the same length as the bottom, so I can just do the cable again. So there, I've done a couple more rows, and this is what it looks like. I really do love cable stitch. It looks so lovely, and it makes such a nice sweater. And we will have one soon on our channel. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!